Am I on? What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. I'm not familiar with how many of you follow professional wrestling or not, but tonight is one of my favorite nights of the entire year, and that's the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I believe I enjoy the Royal Rumble more than WrestleMania sometimes. So I know the last maybe two out of the past 3 years have been a bit of a letdown for me. But that being said, I'm still excited about tonight, and it's just a few hours away. So definitely looking forward to that. So I figured I would kill some time and show you guys some of the stuff that I picked up as of late. That way I don't get too far behind on these updates as I tend to do from time to time. The first thing I'm going to show isn't even an album or a record or anything like that. It's a new pair of headphones that I picked up. These are the Sennheisers, the Sennheiser Urbanites. I did a lot of research on these headphones, read reviews before I picked them up. I didn't want to spend just too incredibly much on a pair of headphones. I was looking for a good mid-price, $100 range headphone, and everything I read on these was pretty spot on, and the reviews were super good for these. Um, they're pretty sleek looking. They're just your on-the-ear headphones. They attract. I have dogs, as I mentioned quite often. It attracts dog hair. I don't know if you can pick that up or not. The only gripe that some people I know may have about these is if you have a larger head, my head's not necessarily small, but if your head happened to be a bit larger than mine, they would probably hurt after they stretch out over time and fit to the contours of your head. But I believe you could have some pain until they reach that point where they're stretched out for you. But other than that, I've been super pleased with these. The bass on these hits just as well, if not better, than any pair of Beats headphones that I've ever heard on display or what have you. And you get the good sounding bass, but you don't lose your mids or your high or even your highs too bad on these. I've been super impressed with them so far, so definitely no complaints. The only thing that I wish is the cord that came with it. I wish it was a bit longer, but other than that, I've been super pleased with that purchase. Next up, I'm going to show you a pre-order that actually came in yesterday, and that's the new EP from the band Filth. If you're not familiar with them, they're kind of a down-tempo deathcore type band. I know that will turn some people off. I apologize if there's a glare on that. It's kind of hard to pick up. That artwork is pretty dark. They have a track on this entitled Apparition featuring Trevor from the Black Dahlia Murder, which is absolutely amazing. If you don't check anything else out from this EP, definitely check that track out. They have it here on YouTube. Here's the inside. Just the CD's just an enlarged part of the cover art. I know with it being deathcore and down tempo, that may turn some of you people off to that, but definitely give it a shot. You may be impressed. I gave this my first full listen just before I recorded this video, and I'm not ready to say it's up there with their first EP, Tales from the Gutter, yet, which I absolutely loved more than you can believe. But over time, this could get there. I want to spend some more time with it, but nonetheless, it is a fantastic release. I've got a new little setup here on my table, so it's going to take me a minute to maybe even a couple videos to get myself situated the way I like it here. Also, on the pre-order, it came with a shirt. You don't see me wear camo that often. I have a jacket that I wear maybe twice a year, and this is a camo shirt. As you can see, it just says Filth there on the front. Then it has the coffin with the noose there on the back. Love that shirt. Probably wear it sometime in the very, very near future. I've gotten several pieces of merch, I guess just shirts here lately, and still dying to check them, get them all worn, check them out. Next up, I have a CD that I wasn't expecting. This came from a subscriber of mine, actually, Vapor9699. His name is Todd. I sent Todd a Collateral Damage CD last year from a Gore House grab bag that I received. I had already owned that CD. I had a duplicate, so I sent him a copy, and I wasn't expecting anything returned. I never asked for anything, but he was nice enough to remember that and send me this. He sent me a little note, said he wanted to just say thank you and return the favor. I haven't had a chance to check this CD out. He said the band's name is Grey Woods, and they're actually not too far from me because I live in Tennessee as well. They're maybe 3, possibly 4 hours from me. They're from the Murfreesboro, Nashville area here in Tennessee, and it says it wants me to check out Melt Face Records, so you guys can go do that too. They have some good stuff on the distro. Looking forward to checking this out. She said it was the band's entitled Grey Woods. Pretty neat looking artwork on this. So definitely looking forward to giving this a spin. I have no idea what I'm in for this, but just from the artwork and everything else, it definitely looks interesting. So Todd, man, thank you so much. I appreciate that more than you know. The next 3 CDs that I'm going to show, I'm in a group on Facebook called Metal and Core Collectors, and every year they do a Secret Santa, and my Secret Santa sent me these 3 discs. First up, I have A Different Breed of Killer with I Colossus. Honestly, I haven't listened to this yet. Definitely need to get on the ball. I've gotten so much stuff in that it's hard for me to keep up. The reviews that I looked at for this all had it within the 4 out of 5 to 5 out of 5 range, so definitely looking forward to giving that a shot here pretty soon. They also sent me Misery Index with Discordia, I believe is the name. Yeah, Discordia. I've been severely slacking on my Misery Index collection. I'm super pleased to get this. My Secret Santa did awesome because they got me stuff that I didn't already own and stuff that I needed to fill holes in my collection. So super glad to have that. Fantastic release. And also he sent me Suicide Silence with the self-titled EP. Older Suicide Silence I can really get into, and did not own this EP, so super psyched to have that in the collection now as well. So thank you to my Secret Santa that I found out was Brandon. I appreciate that. Next up, I have, I guess, all the rest of the stuff that I'm going to show were all Discogs purchases. I have some eBay stuff to show and some Bandcamp stuff to show, but I will hold those off until another update. But I'm going to go with these Discogs purchases because I got some stuff on these that I've been looking for so long, and I was super, super happy to have them now. First up, I have the newest release from the atmospheric black metal band Vieta, and I'm going to try to pronounce this album title, but I know I'm going to get it wrong. But anyway, it's a Kazorn Naja Civil. Yeah, I blew that terribly, and I apologize. Fantastic atmospheric black metal. Not your run-of-the-mill atmospheric black metal that has the genre so oversaturated at the moment. This is some really dark, evil atmospheric black metal. Fantastic stuff. Check that out. Definitely do yourself a favor and check that out. If you need links to any of this stuff or you want to hear it, just shoot me a comment and I will get you a link so you can check it out. I'm not sure how many of you follow along with my collection videos that I'm doing. I think I'm on part like 37 or 38 right now. When I went through my In Flames, I was talking about how apparently my copy of the Jester Race had disappeared. Never hunted it down. All I found was just the CD, the case, and everything else was gone. So I got on there and I got myself a first press, and one of probably the best In Flames release. And I love this release, so I'm glad to have a full copy of it back now. So definitely glad that's in the collection. The next one is one from my favorite band. This is a piece of my collection that I've been meaning to pick up for as long as I can remember, and I just hadn't done it. And I finally just broke down and I sold off some metalcore CDs and purchased this. And this is the unedited version of Typo Negative's The Origin of the Feces. So you get Peter Steele's nice hairy derriere right there on the the front. By far, probably one of the worst typo releases there is. It's fun for what it is, but not that great of an album. But this was definitely a huge pickup for me as far as my collection goes. Super excited to have that now. The next two are some black metal, almost depressive black metal. They're a mix between depressive and atmospheric. This is a band, I believe they're out of Belarus. I could be wrong on that. The name of the band is Taiga, and this release is Sky. This came out last year. Had I had this before I made my top albums of 2016, this probably would have ended up on that list. I enjoyed this album so much, that much. And I also picked up the release that came out previous to that, and that's Taiga with Gaia, I believe is how you pronounce that. They also have a release that I own entitled Ashen Light, and I would rank their newest release, Sky, as my favorite from them, then Ashen Light, and then this release. But I'm glad that I have all three of their full lengths now. So definite bonuses to the collection. Excuse me, my throat's super dry this morning. Next up, I got an EP that I've been hunting for forever from the band Hands. I know with them being a Christian core band, most of you may not like them nearly as much as I do, but I've been hunting this EP forever. I had someone on that metal and core collecting group that I was previously talking about sell me this, so super happy to have this in the collection now. I guess this is one that wasn't on Discogs that's in this bundle. This is Hands with the Everlasting EP. This was self-released by the band. I guess that's why it made it so hard for me to hunt down. I've been hunting for it for about a year now, and I'm definitely glad to have it in the collection. There we go. I love that front artwork on that, by the way. Next up is another fantastic release. Super glad to have it back in the collection. I had to sell my copy when I was helping pay for my wife's doctor bills and hospital bills, and I was afraid I would never get another copy at a reasonable price. But this one popped up on Discogs actually while I was in the hospital with her, and we'd already paid the bill, so it popped up, and she was there. I don't know if the pain meds she was on help me on this purchase, because she was like, yeah, get it. I didn't second guess. I just added it to the cart and I bought it. This is Panopticon with Kentucky. One of the best atmospheric black metal releases of all time. Such an influential album. I know that glare is killing me on this, but there were so many bands, so many artists that were influenced from this release that it's just an amazing release. If you have never checked that out, I don't know what's wrong with you. You probably need to get off my channel. But yeah, glad that's back in the collection. And then the last one I'm going to show is another one I've been hunting for about a year or so now. And this is Sorrow Plagues with An Eternity of Solitude EP. Get it open. Been hunting this one for a while as well. Lots of this update had a little bit of everything in it. Got a lot of black metal, a lot of atmospheric black metal, some death metal, and a little bit of everything in this update. Love this release from Sorrow Plagues. Sorrow Plagues was a band that I was slow getting into, and then once I got into them, I was absolutely in love with the band, and I found it hard to find their older releases. I only have two. I have their newest release, which is self-titled, and I just got this. I believe they have another EP that came out before An Eternity of Solitude that is out, and honestly, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get my hands on a copy of that, but it's a nice dream to have. It's a fun part of the collecting addiction, that the thrill of the hunt, I guess. The seller that I bought that Sorrow Plagues from also sent me 2 free CDs with that. I've got a Wintertide, and it doesn't even have the name of the album on this. I know the name of the album isn't Wintertide. I added it to my Discogs discography, and now I have forgotten what the name of this release is called. But it's a pretty good guess post black metal. Has ambience and even some atmospheric black metal elements to this as well. I wish I could remember the name of the release to tell you, but then I know that just the name of the project is Wintertide. They have a cover from Ulver, the band Ulver. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the song. Hoy Fjell's Blood or Build. Yeah, sorry. By Ulver. They do a cover of that. It's not too shabby. And the seller also sent me this post rock album Del Rey with Immemorial. Immemorial. I gave this a bit of a spin. I wasn't super huge on it. I may come back and revisit it later. I just have so many other CDs that I want to listen to first and give them some time. This update has gone way longer than I was anticipating, but as I guess it helped kill some time, so hamper some of the excitement and keep me calm while I'm waiting for the Royal Rumble kickoff. I'm thinking Undertaker's going to win. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. I'm saying either Undertaker or Randy Orton's going to bring it home. I don't know. Hopefully, I wouldn't even mind being nicely surprised either. But if you have any questions about the CDs I got, any comments about the Royal Rumble tonight, who you think is going to win, get at me, hit the comments up, hit that like button, and smash that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. And I hate myself for just saying that. That sounded terrible. But until next time, stay classy, stay metal, and I'll see you guys soon.